Connie makes us spit out our gum if we are chewing gum.
Like just in life.
And we say, yes, Mom.
I can't go work there.
Hi, y'all. Welcome to Hustle Humbly. It's Alissa and Katy, and we are two top producing realtors in the Baton Rouge market.
We work for two different companies where we should be competitors, but we have chosen community over competition.
The goal of our podcast is to encourage you to find your own way in business.
So stop comparing yourself and start embracing your strengths. Hi, guys. Welcome to Motivation Monday.
Yay!
This episode is going to be so fun. It is episode number 31.
Perfect.
Just like Baskin Robbins. And we are going to be all about the motivation. And the hope for this episode is that you would go back to it if you're having a bad day or you just need like a little kick in the pants. And this will make you smile and feel motivated and feel positive. That's the hope for this episode, right?
Yeah, correct.
Okay. And I had a quote that went with that.
Okay.
People often say that motivation doesn't last. Well, neither does bathing. That's why we recommend it daily. Zig Ziglar.
Motivation does not last.
Doesn't last.
Neither does bathing.
So you're going to have to come back to this episode again and again.
Let's start off by talking about the perks of our job.
Okay. This is what I wrote on my notes. What's awesome about being in real estate?
Oh.
What is awesome about being in real estate?
So many things.
It's never boring.
Never.
No 2 days are the same. You do not have to sit behind a desk all day, every day. You're not in a cubicle. You're not in a dark room. You're out on the road. You're on the open road.
You are more in charge of your schedule than other careers.
For sure. I have never missed, I don't say never. I have almost never missed a kid event.
Because you can just say you're booked at that time.
That's right. I have an appointment.
And attend the event at school.
I mean, so we don't promote the flexible schedule angle, but the schedule can work for what you need it to do.
Yes, if you need to take off all day to go on a field trip and work at night instead, you can.
I love that.
It's really great.
It's just like so amazing. Mm-hmm. Okay, what else is awesome about real estate?
Money.
Okay, good point, people. They will pay you to do this. I know it's hard to believe, but someone is going to pay you.
And not just money for money, but like the fact that you control it.
Yes.
And sometimes that can be viewed as negative, but this is the positive episode where we are realizing that if you want to make more, guess what? You can.
Remember, that's why I got into real estate. I wanted to work hard, and the harder I worked, the more money I could make.
If you want to dream of a better future,
you can do it. This is the
way. With
the
appropriate goal setting and whatnot.
Yeah.
But
well, we've told you all the how-tos.
Yes.
Now we're just telling you good news.
Good news.
It can be done. It can be done. I love it. Okay, so I had, you get to meet new people.
Oh, yeah.
And here's a fun side note. If you have a bad client, if you have someone you don't like, when the transaction's over, they're gone.
Or you could even fire them.
You can look. Hey, guess what?
Before their transaction ends.
You're the boss.
Yeah.
That's what's awesome about real estate.
That is cool.
You're the boss. You can fire them. Or at the very least, if you get to the end, you could just say, thank you very much, and go on about your way.
If there's a seller that's making you hate life, you can walk away.
You can just say, I can't.
You're in control. You're not stuck.
You have no boss.
How many times have you heard friends in corporate America that hate their boss and can't do anything about it?
That's what's great. So you say client employed, which I love that terminology. But so you have someone you're answering to. But here's the good news. You are still in control. You can fire them. You can walk away. They won't last forever.
It has to be a mutual relationship.
Yeah.
So you can lay your head down at night knowing you have an out if you want it. Not everybody can say that.
No, very few people can say that.
Mm-hmm.
No one is going to tell you where to go.
Right.
What to do, where to be. Now, you should probably do what you know to be right, but no one's going to tell you. On the other side of the coin of you can get rid of a bad client, you're going to meet the most wonderful people.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I've made great friends that were just online leads, clients that turned into friends. And here's a nice little story. I went on a pre-listing appointment a couple of nights ago. And it's a client that I got as an online lead. We just clicked. These years ago. They've been in their house like almost 8 years.
Wow.
We just clicked immediately. We are friends now. She and I go to lunch at least once a month. Like, she's just very special to me. And so they're ready to move again. So I went to their house for their pre-listing and did the walkthrough of the house to tell them what to do. And they fed me crawfish étouffée and gave me a beer and like hung out with me. And I was like, I never want to leave. I want all of my clients to be I want all of my listing appointments to be like this.
Yeah.
Because they become your friends.
I know. It's not that serious.
It's not that serious. And in the same token, it's important to them, so they do like trust you so much and they become so close to you. And tell me if you feel this. At the end of a transaction, sometimes I'm sad because I'm going to miss them.
Yes. Like our time is coming to an end.
I know. And you say, well, I'll come by, I'll stop by, and that's fine, but you won't talk to them every day.
Yeah.
And you had you had a 30-day, it's like The Bachelor for friendships. It's like you had 30 days when you were tight. Like you were together all the time. You were answering questions every day. You were falling in love.
Right. And then it's
over. And then the show's over.
And it's real life.
It's like, oh man.
Back to real life.
But you can reach out to those people. So I know you're really good at that, keeping up.
I love that I can just work in coffee shops if I want, like different places.
Okay. I love and appreciate that about you. You can work anywhere.
Yes.
I don't think that I can't, and I'm trying to take some notes from you.
You know what I need to do?
What?
I need to kidnap you.
And take me out working?
And take you to New Orleans.
Yes.
And we find coffee shops in New Orleans. And we just
fun. Just work there
all day and then drive back.
I think that's great.
It's
I love the
fun.
attitude that you are just like, I can be efficient anywhere. And that's a good thing about real estate.
I'm a free bird.
You can do anything you want, anytime.
All I need is my laptop.
Yeah, all you just need the internet and you're
That's
moving.
all I need.
I love it. Okay. Here's another thing that's awesome about real estate. You get to see all kinds of houses.
So many different kinds.
Some of them are not good. Some of them are amazing. Some of them have weird crap in them. I mean, I've laughed on many a showing.
Oh, yeah.
I've taken pictures of the weirdest wallpaper you've ever seen. Like, what?
Yep.
Can you think of some weird stuff from showings?
Oh, my gosh.
I'm not going to put you on the spot, but this is the weirdest one I had.
Okay.
Not weirdest, but a weird one. So I had clients that filmed this gorgeous, this house was built in the 1800s. It had been moved from downtown Baton Rouge out kind of close to where I live. So further down out of town, like a good 20 miles away. And in the 70s, this house, this old, amazing, like plantation-looking house had been moved. And then they renovated it then. So the house was like built in the 1800s, but some of the stuff on the inside was 1970s.
Wow.
And then the same person had lived there for a long time. It was on this gorgeous, 3 or 6 acres of, it was beautiful property. But we go on the showing. And the house is, from the outside, you're just like, wow, it needs some love, but it's so cool. You go inside, and it was a estate sale situation.
Yes.
There were dolls.
Oh, no.
Everywhere.
Oh, no. Mm-mm.
And the dolls were in cases, some of them. It almost looked like a doll museum. And then in some places, because you know how weird estate sales are set up where everything's out on display?
Right.
Well, in some places, the dolls were set up like in the baby's high chair with like play toys laid out.
My gosh.
And then they all have price tags because it was an estate sale. But like the baby dolls, they were everywhere.
That is crazy.
It was creepy, but it was hilarious and weird. And they bought that house.
One time I was showing a house and we opened the laundry room door, which was like a big laundry room.
Uh-huh.
And the cutest older golden retriever just like walks out, acts like you don't see me, and goes and walks straight and sits on the couch and goes to sleep.
He was like, hey, I was never here.
I was never here. And so I was like, do I put him back? Because there wasn't anything in the showing instructions that the dog was going to be there. So I texted the agent. I was like, hey, the dog? Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. They told me this morning that they would have to just put him in the laundry room. I forgot to tell you. I was like, well, he's on the couch.
Like, what do I do now?
Is that okay? And he was like, yeah, it's fine.
Well, I mean, that's the good thing. It's always an adventure.
Yes.
In good and bad ways, but it's amazing. I had, when you look at all different houses, do you ever go to a house and you're just shocked by how pretty it is?
There has really only been 1 or 2 houses that I have been like, I want it.
You're like, oh, this is amazing.
Yes.
I had
one was in this neighborhood.
No way.
Mm-hmm.
I love that.
Mm-hmm.
I went to, you'll have to tell me about that later. I went to one, my biggest listing ever. I knew that it was a high, like a luxury listing, because he told me on the phone what his appraisal had been recently. Sure. So I wasn't blindsided completely. And then he took me through the house, and although it was really lovely, it wasn't like, wow.
Right.
He took me in the backyard. It was on 3 acres. I had no idea what I was getting into. Even though he had described it to me on the phone, he took me in the yard. We walked past the pool, which was lovely. We walked down the path, which was lovely. And then we turned this corner, and I literally, like, caught my breath. Like, I was like, oh, my gosh.
It's amazing.
I mean, there's a waterfall and a pond and a cabin and a water wheel, and it was like I had been transported into some Disney resort. I don't know. It was just amazing. And that particular house, which I had listed for so long, I got to experience in all the seasons. And I had to be present for showings because it was a luxury listing and I needed to tell them all the 1 million things about it.
And you're like, no problem.
I was like, I'll be there. I'll be there anytime. Anytime I'm coming, I'm going to look at the fish. I'm going to feed them. It's going to be amazing. Every time I got to experience it in all different seasons.
Wow.
And so like the house became so special to me because it was a special place.
Right.
So it was kind of it was hard to let it go. Even after 4 years, and I really wanted it to sell, it was hard to say goodbye to that house. So you get to see all kinds of houses.
That's awesome.
I've been in some that I was like,
This is off topic, but you said Disney Resort, and they announced on the news this morning that they're renovating Cinderella's castle.
No way.
Mm-hmm. It's its anniversary. It's like its 70th anniversary.
Wow.
And they said you can go online and look at
what's going to happen. Are they going to like,
that's cool.
Put a bunch of like white subway tile in it?
I know,
what's
right?
going to happen?
What is the Cinderella castle update going to be?
I don't even know what the inside looks like. Are they updating the outside?
They kind of made it sound like they were going to be doing some things.
What if it changes color?
That'd be crazy.
That would be wild. Okay, that's cool. What else is awesome about real estate?
Oh my gosh.
That was your whole list?
Like realtors, most of my really good friends are realtors. Mm-hmm. They're just like-minded individuals when you find the good ones.
Yeah.
And like those people, they get me and we get each other and we understand the struggles.
You love the community.
I love the community. Like I love my title people. I love my lender. I love my broker. I love my coworkers. Like it's just it takes a special breed of people and I enjoy the workplace.
Don't you feel like it's in a weird way, it's like everyone's there by choice?
Yes.
In just a different way.
Yes.
Because even people who are doing it part-time, like you just are doing it by choice. Mm-hmm. You choose to keep your real estate license. You choose to participate in that. I mean, I guess you do with any job.
Well, that kind of goes to the next thing that I had written down was if you're looking for motivation or you're in a funk, trying to remember, why am I doing this?
Yeah.
What is the point? Mm-hmm. And because, look, this job, you can get bogged down in the details, the nitty-gritty details, but when you remember long-term what this job can do for you, if you do it right, it's just amazing.
It blows your mind. Sometimes I'm like, whoa, I cannot believe they paid me to do that. It was so fun.
Yes.
And sometimes I'm like, you should have paid me more.
Right.
But that's okay. Yeah, I know. It's so amazing.
Mm-hmm. I mean, even without the real estate community, we wouldn't even be able to do or have this podcast.
No. Oh my gosh, no.
And so it's just neat to think that real estate allows us to do this podcast.
That is what is awesome about real estate too, and I wrote this down, you can wear so many hats. Like if you're awesome at marketing, you can really lean into that. If you're awesome at social media, you can make that a part of like the biggest part of your real estate business. Yeah. If you're awesome at, business plans or, meeting in person or whatever, like if you want to do, you're all the things.
Right.
You're the CEO, you're the marketer, you're the HR department, you're all of them. So whichever one you love, you're going to get to do it. It's never boring in that way too. Like I have a passion for staging. Well, there's all these different parts. Like I don't have to be the stager of my listings. You could certainly go hire a professional stager, but if you have a passion for something like that, or I could also outsource marketing, or I could outsource all different parts of the process but you can really lean into the stuff you like. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of fun in that way.
Do you feel like why you started real estate has changed to why you're still in it now?
For sure.
Like
how?
I
accomplished I learned, yes, I can work hard and make money.
Yes.
Like make more money but now I think what keeps me there is the parts that I love about it. Mm-hmm. Like I love the staging. Like that. And I think that it will transition through time too, where I'll be like, maybe I'll be super listing heavy and just say, I want to stage, like I want to help you get your house ready and I want to be part of the staging part. And that's going to be like what really fills me up or whatever. I think it's the most rewarding job. I couldn't have possibly known that it would be that rewarding because I like to work with people. I mean, like I just, and it's such an important process to the person you're working with.
Mm-hmm.
It's typically their largest financial instrument. So, I mean, like, it's a big deal.
Right.
Literally, it's a big deal.
Yeah.
So you are important to them,
Mm-hmm.
and you can help someone get through a difficult process with less stress. That's pretty serious.
It is.
Like, I just love that I get to have that kind of impact on someone. And I didn't know that was going to happen. I thought they were going to pay me and I was going to be jazzed about the money and I was going to be like, whatever. But people are, this is a great time for me to bring out my, my visual aid.
Oh,
are you ready?
Yeah.
You don't even know what it is. So sorry to the podcast listeners. If you like, we do have a Hustle Humbly YouTube channel. You can go and check out my visual aid. So I don't know what made me do this early on, like in the first year.
Okay.
I started, if I got a thank you note or a nice email or any kind of like review, I would print them.
Oh my gosh.
Like literally print them. So I have this binder.
Look how thick it is.
I have this, well, it's 14 years.
Oh my
But
gosh.
in the binder, I mean, it's the like literal thank you notes.
Look
Like
how cool.
literal, like handwritten notes. It's got, if they wrote a review in Facebook, I would print it up because I wanted it all in this place. And if
And you keep up with it still?
yeah, I have one I got yesterday that I'll put in. I mean,
Wow.
look, I'm not, there's some in the front that I need like to put in the sleeves, but it's got, every time someone sends me a nice note, gives me a gift, something that's real estate related.
Yeah.
And it's just so like life affirming because you can be like, hey,
I'm good at this.
like for instance, here we are. Katie was a dream to work with. She was with me at least a year and she always made sure to keep in contact when we were waiting for the house to be built. She sold my house in less than 30 days, which I thought would have taken 6 months. I highly recommend her to everyone.
That's awesome.
If you get up in the morning and read that and you don't feel good about continuing, like you're messed up. Like
That's awesome.
so I can go. And so when people ask you that question, what would you, I'm going to show my, like, it's cool, right?
Yeah.
What would you get in your house if it was on fire? I would get my children and my dog and probably my computer and phone. And then I would get this book.
Yeah.
Like, it's so important.
That's awesome.
So it's what you focus on, right? So I think that is what's kind of a fun little, you know.
That's funny because I wrote down this quote. When you focus on the good gets better.
Oh, I love that.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
Isn't it true?
Oh my gosh, that's so nice.
What you focus on grows.
Yes,
so
for sure.
Focus on the good.
Yep, I know. That's so nice. Okay, anything else awesome about being in real estate? I have some great quotes.
Okay, share one.
Like, get motivated, people. It's Monday. Get motivated.
Is that a quote?
No, I'm just saying.
Oh. I was like, I don't understand.
You're like, I don't get it. All right, let's see. I didn't get there by wishing for it or hoping for it, but by working for it.
Yes.
That was Estee Lauder.
I love that.
But I mean, you know, you can be motivated and practical.
This one kind of goes with that. Shout out to all the plants growing through concrete.
I think that's amazing.
I just love that one.
Well, right. Like, y'all are making
That's
it
hard
happen.
work.
It is hard work. That's so fun.
You get sprayed with Roundup, you come back.
You just got to keep trying, keep
That is
on
funny.
going.
Yep.
I like that you can actually make other agents happy, that you can make their life easier by being good to work with.
Yes.
I like that you can I like that you can make the process fun.
Of course.
You have that power.
I wrote down that something that helps keep me motivated, and this is going to sound bad. I'm surprised I'm going to say this to the world.
I can't wait
But
now.
I can be selfish
Okay.
and very self-focused in my brain. Like
Yes.
sometimes I have trouble recognizing.
Oh, this is a
Others.
3 thing. That's an Enneagram 3 thing.
Okay.
That's normal.
Okay, good.
But carry on.
So if I find that I'm like in a funk or in a bad mood,
Uh-huh.
I have to be like, okay, Alyssa, like stop thinking about yourself.
Yeah.
And I have to try to be happy for other people.
I love
and
that.
at first you're kind of like, I don't want to. But then you do it and you just feel so good. And you just like go look at Facebook and see who posted about their kid winning their baseball.
And then you smile.
Yeah, well, like even just like commenting or messaging people
Yeah.
or congratulating them or handwriting them a note being like, hey, I saw you just got inducted to the Hall of Fame for
Yeah.
your office. Whatever
Right.
it is, because like when I get awards, people like title companies and friends, and they send flowers and they write me, and I'm like, am I doing that for other people?
Right, put it back out there.
And it takes me effort, to do it. But when I do it, it just lifts my mood. It takes the focus off of me onto other people.
Do you know what I say to myself?
What?
When I get in that, especially when it comes to my kids, like I'm annoyed that I have to go to school early in the morning and I didn't have time to get showered and dressed, and I'm like worried about me or whatever. I just say, it's not about me.
It's not about me.
It's not about me. And you can make it
that.
Yeah, all the time. It's not about me.
It's not about me.
And then I just feel like, oh, duh. Like, they don't care if I show up with greasy hair.
Yeah.
It was about them.
Right.
And it's kind of nice to put yourself in that frame of mind. I think that's an awesome way to get motivated.
Yeah, and it kind of goes, I wrote down, let it be.
Let it be.
I will listen to the song sometimes.
That's good.
Yeah. Just let it roll. Go with the flow.
Yeah.
Accept your losses or inconveniences or bumps in the road and just move along quickly.
I think that's good. Wait, I have one that goes with that. Okay. The key to success is to focus on goals, not obstacles.
Oh.
So just like what you're saying, don't stop and give it a lot of time. Mm-hmm. If it's a problem, an issue, fix it, move past it, but don't dwell in it. Like, I lost a client today, or, someone bought it for sale by owner, or, whatever. No. What was the best thing that happened today?
Right.
Like, just think about that, call someone and tell them about it, something.
So yesterday, I could have been really ticked off about this. I had a listing appointment at 10 a.m.
Okay.
By Town Center.
Okay.
Then I left it and was going to my office to grab the deposit check for our closing.
Okay.
Then I had to be present for a showing in Willow Grove. Then I had to go to Commerce Title Prairieville. So I had it all mapped out.
You were in your route?
In my route.
Uh-huh.
And I'm go to have lunch with myself where I work.
Yeah.
And realize, where's my laptop?
Where was it?
At the 10 a.m. listing appointment by Town Center.
Oh, no.
I was just so mad. I had brought it in and I put it on the dining room table, and then I just never went back to it, and I was so far away from it, and I didn't get to eat lunch.
But you didn't
know how I feel about lunch.
I don't know how you got through that day.
You know how I feel about lunch.
I'm surprised we saw you at closing at all.
And I literally just had to be like, it is what it is.
Yep.
Just go get it. Right. And I had to drive all the way back and then drive all the way to Prairieville.
You were messed up.
But for some reason, I was just in a good mood, and I was like, you know what?
It's fine.
It's fine. It's not that big of a deal. But you can let the little foxes ruin the vine if you want.
Oh, that's good.
But
yeah, you're right. You got to just keep going.
Yeah.
Okay, how about this? If you cannot do great things, do small things in a great way.
Oh, very intentional.
Napoleon Hill.
That's nice.
If you haven't read a good book that will help you get in the right mindset, that Napoleon Hill, that old classic, what is it called? Now it's not going to come to me.
Look it up real quick.
Think and Grow Rich.
What? Think and Grow Rich.
Yeah, girl, you got it.
I was like, what's Think and Grow?
think and grow. Think and Grow Rich.
Okay.
It is all about the power of your mind. And this is super old school. This guy went and interviewed like the first real wealthy people of America, like Carnegie. And he went and interviewed all these wealthy people, and they all had similar traits. And the similar traits were they believed. Like, it was all about, like, they were able to think themselves
That's amazing.
out of sickness into money. Like, the power of your mind is unbelievable. So, you guys, it's not just silly. It's not just silly to say, I'm going to ignore this obstacle and move on to, like, the happy thing or something that's amazing. It will, whatever you choose to focus on, more of that will come to you, period.
For sure.
I love it.
Interesting. Hello, Hustle Humbly friends.
Hi, guys.
We have an exciting announcement.
It's very exciting.
We are going to officially be selling our email template.
Yes, and here's the good news. It's going to be in the form of a course. So if you want to tackle making your own template, or if you want to see how we've done ours and use them, there'll be some additional information beyond just the template itself.
So basically, you'll have all of our templates that we use throughout the transactions that go to buyers, sellers, lenders, everything that you need.
Yep.
And then you will be able to edit it to fit your marketplace.
Correct. And it'll be life-changing. You might even fire your assistant.
Maybe so.
Maybe. Who knows? Okay, so tell them how they can get on the wait list for these templates.
You need to go to hustlehumblypodcast.com.
That's easy.
We have a lot of people on this wait list.
I know, they've been asking.
Yes, we're working on it.
We're working. It's coming very soon.
Yes.
Hopefully March. Stay tuned.
Thanks.
Okay, bye. What about, you're going to like this one.
Okay.
Life is 10% what happens to you and 90% how you react to it.
I do like that one.
Mm-hmm.
That kind of goes to, okay, so this helps keep me motivated. I've taken up 2 days, though, being here with you this week.
I'm so sorry.
1 day a week, I schedule nothing.
Okay.
That doesn't mean I don't work. It
Right.
just means I schedule nothing. I bring Haven to school.
Yeah.
I come back to my house.
You work there.
I do laundry.
Okay.
If my phone rings, I answer it. Like, I love this day because there's no missed calls on this day.
Okay.
Because it's just me and my phone.
You're available.
I'm totally available. And then, like, I'll work on my laptop. And then when the dryer buzzer goes off, I do the laundry, and then I come back to my computer. And then it's like, while I'm doing laundry and taking that break, I think of things that I'm like, oh, I was supposed to do this or email that. And this day keeps me proactive.
Yeah.
Because I'm staying caught up. And when I'm proactive, I'm like, I'm good at this. Like, I just feel in control.
Like, I can handle this.
Because it's easy to feel out of control in this job.
Yes.
And doing this practice, scheduling just 1 day a week where I just stay home, clean my house, because Lord knows we don't always have time for that.
Yeah.
And I use laundry as my break timer. Like, every time it goes off,
that's when you take the break.
I get up, and then I might even watch like 20 minutes of The Bachelor while I eat my sandwich.
Yep.
And then I get back on the computer and see what's new. On this day, the email response time is extremely quick because I'm just waiting for it.
You're like, I'm ready.
Yeah. And then, like, by the end of the day, I just feel like I have gotten so ahead.
That's exactly how I feel too. And I need to be more protective of that day the way you're saying you protect it. I usually end up with 1 day a week where I'm home, just not doing laundry, but doing office work, getting on top of things, making it be proactive. And I think that that's a good practice to reserve the day. You're still working, but you're not out on appointments. And the best thing to do is don't be swayed by a shiny object on that day.
You
when
can't.
your friend says, oh, you want to go to lunch? Like, nope.
Right.
That's my day. I can't do it.
That's why I wrote down be on the offense, not the defense.
Ooh, yeah. I like that.
Because that's what this day allows me to do. This day is like my day. All the things that have been stressing me out that I felt behind on, everything is caught up on this day.
I like that. That's a great practice. What about this practice? Get up and get dressed. So on the opposite of that, right?
Yeah.
You are not scheduled today, but maybe you don't need the day to be not scheduled. Don't just lounge in your PJs all day.
Right.
Get up, get moving, exercise, or at least take a walk, do something, then get dressed.
Yes.
Guess what? If someone calls you last minute and is like, I would like to see a house.
The days where I'm like, I don't feel like washing my hair. Maybe I could pull off the messy bun.
Yeah.
Because I can't pull off the messy bun.
I can't either.
I don't have the hair for it.
I don't either.
I feel so much better when I just wash my hair and wear it down and get dressed.
Yeah.
Even if I'm like not dressed that well, if my hair is like done, I'm like, hey.
This is exactly how I feel. Do you have to wash your hair every day?
Pretty much.
Me too.
I hate it.
I know, it's bad. Mine gets, this is so off topic, but it gets just too like greasy.
We have similar hair because it's fine.
But I have a lot of it. And then it's like, and then I get these old man bangs, like the comb over, it's like all oily. I don't know, y'all. I have to, here's the other thing.
I feel better when I do what I'm supposed to do.
That's what I was about to say. I feel better if it's clean.
I know.
So I could get up in the morning and be like, I'm going to make it through this day, and I don't need it to be clean. Because, y'all, to be honest, I can come in my office with my pajamas and work hard all day.
That's awesome.
And I'm not going to be like, lounging on the couch. But if I didn't wash my hair somewhere around 2 or 3 o'clock, I'll be like, oh, like this day is the worst.
Right.
I don't know. Mindset. Got to get your mind right. So get up, get dressed. Okay.
I have a quick quote.
Let's hear it.
This goes with like if you're trying to work from home or do something, don't be busy, be productive.
Yeah.
It's not about being busy and, doing stuff that's just busy work that doesn't accomplish anything.
This goes right along with that.
Go for it.
Success is the sum of small efforts repeated day in and day out.
Oh.
So figure out what your things are.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good book. The One Thing.
Yep.
I loved that one.
Yeah, that's a popular one.
The One Thing is great. It's a little tough sometimes to picture it for real estate because your activities are so varied.
Yes.
But for instance, if you're going to be like, I am referral based. And
Yes.
I'm going to love my people, then your one thing would be like, 2 hours every day. I'm going to get on whatever it is, Facebook and message my friends, send handwritten notes. But that's my one thing, and I got to protect that. Just like you're protecting your whole day.
Mm-hmm.
If you follow the one thing system, they're telling you to protect that one thing. That's what you've got to get done. And if you keep doing that every day, it'll just work.
You have to make sure that your calendar and your friends line up with your goals.
Oh. Okay.
So if you feel like when you think of your one thing and then look at your calendar and be like, is this in line?
Right.
Like these things I'm doing, these groups I'm in, these things I attend, these things I go to, do they feed me? Do they motivate me? Do they fuel me? If not, you really need to evaluate what you're spending your time on and who you're spending your time with.
Oh, I 100% agree with that.
So I have to give a little shout out to someone.
Hear it.
Okay. So there's an agent in our marketplace named Danielle Thibodeau.
Oh, she's a delight.
She is the most delightful person.
Yes.
I love her.
She's
so
filled with joy.
Full of joy.
Yeah.
And she has Anna Catherine, who is a special needs daughter.
Okay.
Who is a warrior.
Yeah.
She's like a trooper. And I went to Danielle's house, and if you talk to Danielle, it's not all about, she just talks about her.
Right.
And it's not anything like you wouldn't even know.
Yeah.
And I went to her house, and I met her daughter. And she, Danielle is just so strong and supportive. And I asked her, I was like, how are you so positive when this has to be such a hard challenge in your life?
Yeah.
Around the clock nursing care, all of this, all this special needs. And she's like, Alissa, I am so blessed.
Oh.
And I was just thinking, how do you stay here? And, of course there's hard days, but she understands that her daughter is so far along compared to where she could be and how strong she is and the advances she's made. But anyway, when you see someone living a life like that, and you're like, I'm over here complaining about a wobbly toilet and a listing and negotiating, it's not a big deal.
Yeah.
And I think that her joy comes from the fact that she has a wider perspective on what's important in life. Yes.
Yes. Oh, that's amazing.
I watched a Taylor Swift documentary. It's
How
new.
was it? I want to see it.
You need to see it.
Okay, great. I'll do it.
I'm not even a huge...
Swifties.
I'm not even a huge fan. I like her country stuff. Yeah. I'm a country music gal.
Yeah, I know.
But she said that, the thing that kept her grounded, because she was so young when she started.
Super young.
Was that her mom had cancer.
Okay.
And at the end of the day, she said, it doesn't matter what the crowd was, how many fans I had, all of the publicity. At the end of the day, my mom was sick.
Yeah.
And it just kept me grounded in what's important.
Yes.
And I was like,
yes.
People take these things in their life and turn them around into positive motivation.
Yes.
And it literally kicks me in the pants. It makes me go, really?
Everything's so good.
Everything is so good.
Yeah.
And how blessed and how wonderful this life is.
Yes. You know what Gary Vee says?
What?
He says he doesn't listen to the cheers or the boos.
Oh.
So if you don't get high on your own supply and you're not so focused on what they're saying good about you, by the same token, you won't be affected by when someone says something bad about you.
Oh, I love that.
Just be clear in your own head. It's pretty easy to be motivated if no one's opinion affects you. Holy moly.
I wish I could just flip that switch off.
I don't know how to look.
I think it takes practice. It's a skill. I think you can learn it.
It's a skill for sure. Okay, here's a good one. Push yourself because no one else is going to do it for you. No one's going to do it for you.
If you can't find the sunshine, be the sunshine.
Oh my God, I almost wrote that one down.
I liked it.
So good. Okay.
Okay, another one that I have is, this isn't a quote.
Okay.
But this is just about like a mindset thing where you need to always think the best of people.
Yes,
Because a lot of the realtors that I work with, that I talk with, the job is beating them down.
Yes.
And they're like, this seller hates me and this buyer's so annoying and this and that.
Yes.
When really it's like you need to flip the script and say, my seller is so stressed out. They have so much going on.
Yep.
I even pray for my clients.
Oh, I like that.
So like I try to like pray for them, and it's hard to like feel negative vibes towards someone when you're praying for them, because it just makes you wonder what's going on in their life.
Yeah.
So kind of like when people disappear. I think I shared this story before, but I had a couple who like I met at an open house and they really liked me and I really liked them and I was showing them houses and then they disappeared.
You're like, oh.
Shucks. Where did they go?
They're gone. They ghosted you.
But my brain was like, they didn't like me. They thought I was too young. They thought I didn't have enough experience. Yeah. I had to get out of my head.
Yeah.
And not think that way.
It's not about me.
It's not about me. But then a year later, I emailed them again. I never stopped just checking in.
I'll just do it.
And she responded and said, hey, can we look at this house? And I wanted to be like, where the heck have you been, Susie?
Missed you.
Her name wasn't Susie.
I know.
What's the name? Karen?
Karen or Susan.
Susan?
It's either one. Karen or Susan.
Karen?
Or Brenda.
Where have you been, Brenda? And I showed up.
Oh my gosh.
And she had no hair.
Oh, she was sick.
She was sick.
She
had been going through that. And, you know, she didn't think to contact me.
Because she wasn't shopping for a house.
Because she wasn't shopping for, even though she could have responded at some point, but she didn't.
She was otherwise.
But the point is that we must get out of our own heads and think the best of people.
Right.
And pray for them, think about them.
I know.
You know, and because when we think about us.
Yes.
That's when we go in the dark hole.
Oh, yeah.
We think it's our fault. We start self-loathing. We're angry at ourselves for not following up enough.
Right. Oh, it's my fault.
Did I do enough?
It was
I
my
lost this
fault.
client. Yes. So think better of people and take it off of you.
That's good. If I catch someone, if someone uses someone else, buys it for sale by owner, but then they tell me, I'll always say, okay, was there something I could have done better?
Sure.
And sometimes they'll say, sometimes they won't. And I'll also say, I hope you love your new home.
Oh.
Like with some genuine, like, you know what? The goal was for you to find a house. Yes, I would have preferred if you did it with me. But quite honestly, there's no reason for me to be salty with you.
Right.
And yell at you.
Yeah.
Like, what's that going to do?
Nothing.
And it's not going to make me feel good. But you know what made me feel good? Be the bigger person. Hey, I hope that works out great for you.
Yeah.
For all we know, they thought you got paid a salary just like a lot of the public does.
Right.
Oh, I didn't know I needed to call you, you know? And that's okay to just say, hey, I hope you enjoy that house. If you ever need anything, let me know.
Sure.
Do you need a painter? Like, I literally would be like, how can I help you now? I've gotten a referral from those people.
Yeah.
And it's not even about that. It's just about being nice and not making it about you.
I know. It's hard for me sometimes.
It's hard for everyone. It's not you. Okay, what that just brought up to me and reminded me. So we got a request for a show to be how to deal with burnout.
Yes.
And we felt that
this is a good one.
This is basically what we wanted this to be. Mm-hmm. You would be able to, if you're feeling some burnout, come back to the motivation episode. Jessica Harville,
who love Jessica,
and Summer both requested that, how to deal with burnout. And part of what I think we should talk about is like finding your why. Yeah. Do you have like a why for what you do?
I feel like when I first started, it was just like money, career, making this a long-term sustainable way. And then once I had Haven, I feel like the possibilities are kind of endless. Yeah. Like my why is just life as a whole. Yes. Like I want to be able for her to go to college and come out without any student loans. Yeah. And I want to be able to have investment property, and I want to be able to travel and retire. I want to. Can you imagine retiring?
No, we were talking about this morning.
I went to a lattes, leadership and lattes thing this morning, and they were talking about, the topic was like financial planning and retiring. Yeah. And being 30, the thought of not working is nowhere on my radar.
Foreign, right?
But it had
You have
me,
a whole life to live before you'll even get there.
yeah, it had me dreaming a little bit, though.
I think that's great.
Just about, like, I'm not going to be here forever.
No.
And am I preparing for
Right.
that? And what life I want?
Yeah. I think that's awesome. I feel
Yeah.
like my why is definitely different than when I started. I mean, I have a whole family now.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like, I mean, that's huge, right? Being stable and having a career that I like, so I'm not miserable at home.
Sure.
And that I'm able to still go to school and watch the play and do the things. It's huge.
Mm-hmm.
And I like the helping the other people.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I love that part of it. So that's really, I didn't know when I started it, the why was the money and the hard work and the freedom and that stuff. And now I know that it's so rewarding. My why is more into that.
Sure.
Like, I like being fulfilled by people being happy with what I did for them.
Yes.
Like, that's amazing.
It is amazing.
I feel like that's going to keep you going for sure. That's why I get the book out. If I'm having a crappy day, I'm going to get the book out. And
What book?
The book full of
your binder.
my binder.
Yes.
My binder full of stuff. And I'm going to read. Y'all, go read some old reviews.
Right.
You helped someone, or if you haven't yet, you're going to help someone.
Yeah.
You're going to help most anyone.
I have a quote that I wrote down for Burnout
What did you write?
because I feel like realtors are not good at this.
Okay, let me hear it.
If you get tired, learn to rest, not to quit.
Yeah.
So, like, people, when they get that little bit of uncomfortable.
I know.
I was listening to someone talk the other day. I don't know if it was a comedian or something, but they were talking about Americans and how we have just gotten so spoiled.
Yes.
And how
Like, everything's supposed to be easy.
everything is supposed to be easy. We want a pill for everything. They're like, and she said, my eyelash hurts. Like, she was just thinking of the
Help
petty
me.
things
Yeah.
that we do, and then we just want to quit.
Yeah.
And it's like, no.
It didn't work. I'm stopping.
Yes, if you take care of yourself
Yeah.
and learn how to do these things
Wow.
properly, you don't have to quit.
You don't have to quit.
Yeah, you just have to figure out, like, why it's not working and do it more efficiently.
I agree. I have some practical stuff for if you're dealing with burnout or you need to get motivated.
Okay, I have 2 things to add to your list when you go.
Great. Okay. So, number 1, we have talked about vision boards before.
Yes.
They are not hokey, although you may think they are. I think it's good to find some visual images that portray, I don't even care if they're pictures of your actual family now.
Sure.
At the beach or in your house. I don't care. Put some visual images towards what you want more of in your life, right?
Right.
You want to go on a vacation to that French Alps? I don't know. Put it on the board.
Yeah.
Whatever you need. Or what is your day-to-day like? Do you just want to feel like light and easy when you go to pay your bills? You have all the money, like it's, not stressful? Great. Put it on the board. So I have that. And then learn how to do visualizations. So the vision board is sort of the hard copy of that, right?
Yes.
Like you're looking at the things on the board. This is what I'm wanting more of in my life. A visualization would be like, maybe you're having a hard time with something. For instance, when I had this very nice listing that I had for 4 years, I would have to do a little creative visualization because I'm like, is it really ever going to end?
Right.
Am I just going to, am I going to lose this listing? Am I going to just fail? Is it
4 years and not a penny earned.
Right, that's hard and a lot
That's
of
a lot.
time and money spent. I mean,
Yeah.
it wasn't cheap or
Right.
easy to, market a luxury home. And what I would do? I would picture closing day. What does closing day look like? What are they wearing? What am I wearing? How do I feel in the car on the way there? Picture your hands on the steering wheel. What music are you listening to? Is it cold outside? Is it hot outside? What are you giving them as a closing gift? Like, picture these really tangible parts of the process.
Yeah.
And that can work for anything. If you have something scary going on, you're going to public speak, you're going to, whatever. If you're nervous about something or worried, visualize. They tell you this, athletes do this a lot. Joe Burrow was big into this.
Yeah.
Like, visualize the whole game. I think Drew Brees is a visual. All the good quarterbacks are visualizers. They're visualizing the whole game all the way through, seeing the outcome that they want to have happen.
I love that.
So I think that's really good. And then find something that you want to work towards. It's like, what's a good thing? You tell me.
So a while ago, I had a friend say it was actually somewhat of a financial advice type friend,
Okay.
And she said
It was a financial advice type
she's
friend.
not a financial advisor, but she advises on finances. Anyways, so the question is,
Okay.
if you had to pick a goal,
Uh-huh.
that seemed like it would never happen, but could actually happen.
Okay.
So not like if you won the lottery, because
right, that's not a goal.
Right, but like something that if you could.
Yeah.
And she said, I'll give you an example.
Yeah.
My goal would be to own a small plane.
Okay.
That me and my family could use for travel, and I could also let our church use it for mission trips or
that's
whatever.
Nice. Okay.
She was like, that would be my goal. Like, that seems like crazy.
Right, I'm going to own a plane.
I'm going to own a plane.
Yeah.
But she said, but when you actually like look up planes, you can get small planes for like $250, which is like a rental house. Yeah. And anyways, so she got me thinking, like, what would I actually do?
Right.
And I went through a phase earlier last year where I was really going to buy a beach condo.
Right. Yes.
And I never could get comfortable with the numbers because like I was just trying to stay under like 350.
Right.
And I didn't even want to do 350, but I learned if you want to.
You couldn't find anything that wasn't like an efficiency.
Yeah. And I had a realtor there and I looked, and at the end of the day, I was like, I'm spending this would be a lot of money, and I don't think my family could come.
Right.
Because we can't
There's not enough space.
And so for fun, I was like, okay, like what would I have to spend to get like a 4 or 5 bedroom, nice, decent property? Yeah. And it was like $850,000 to $950,000.
Wow.
For a nice, not like a fantastic.
Just not gross.
Fine.
Like a mid-range.
This is for a fine condo.
It's going to work.
Yeah, this wasn't even a house.
Yeah.
Like to get
a beach condo.
To get a half duplex was like 1.3.
You're like, oh.
I was like, front row. So to be totally detached but it makes me wonder if I actually put pen to paper
and set a goal,
would it take me 10 years?
Right. I don't know.
I don't know either.
It would be fun to try.
I know.
Wouldn't it be motivating?
It would be motivating.
That's a good motivation.
I know. And like how much would I need in savings to feel comfortable making a plunge like that?
Right.
After, you know what I mean?
No doubt.
It's fun to think about big, huge goals.
Yes.
Like owning a plane or a, $1 million beach house.
Yeah.
And then then realizing if you actually started now in 10 years,
you might could do that.
It could very well happen.
I agree.
But I wrote down that in order for me to stay motivated, I like to have something to look forward to.
Okay.
So I like to have a little trip on the horizon.
Okay.
That could be like nothing.
It doesn't have to be big.
It doesn't have to be a big, like, I'm going to Italy. Mm-hmm. It could just be, I'm going, I'm driving to Mississippi to you just spend the weekend with my grandparents or something. Yeah, that's
fun. Oh, I like that.
Just something on the horizon.
Right. To get you through the everyday.
Yeah. It takes your mind off work, lets you know a break is coming soon.
Time moves a little faster.
And then the other thing that I do that helps me, my brain, stay motivated is checking things off a list.
Oh, write it down, then check it off.
So sometimes, for example, if I'm like getting ready in the morning and my bathroom drawer is a mess, I say, hey Siri, remind me to clean my bathroom drawer.
Okay.
And look what Siri's doing.
She's doing it right now.
she just heard me.
She's like, girl, didn't you do that last week?
She just said, okay, clean my bathroom drawer. She's going to remind me.
And you're like, check.
But anyway, if you do that kind of often, like anytime you think of something, and then like on your day off, clean out one drawer.
Wins.
It's small
wins will make you feel like a winner.
Yes.
Like the more small wins you add up, you're like, dang, I'm getting stuff done. There's nothing better than having a long to-do list that's easy. Yeah. And then you just check. Right. I'm getting it done.
I just feel good about it.
Look at me. And you know what's awesome? Tomorrow you can get up and do it all again.
Yeah.
Like that's pretty exciting.
That is.
That you are alive.
Yeah.
And that you get the choice to get up and do it all again.
Yeah.
Okay. The secret of getting ahead is getting started.
Oh my gosh. That's a good one.
That's so good.
Getting started.
Yeah. Just don't be so in your head. Do something. You know what I like? Done is better than perfect.
Yes.
I've even got my husband saying it now. Not intentionally, but he's just like, I know.
He just said that to us on recording our stuff.
Done is better than perfect because you don't hide behind perfectionism. Don't be procrastinating over things because you don't feel like you're ready. Like, just do it.
So this kind of goes hand in hand in that because I wrote that people get really discouraged on an off day. And so a diet is a good example of this.
Oh, yeah.
So say you're like, I'm doing no sugar, I'm doing no carbs, but then you go to a birthday party, you eat a piece of cake, and you think because you ate that piece of cake the next day, you're just going to binge and binge. And then it's like 2 weeks later and you're still binging, and then you're like, okay, fine, Monday's the day, Monday.
Right.
They think if they're not doing it perfectly, they just shouldn't do it at all.
Don't do it at all.
And the reality is that you should eat the cake, and then the next day you should just drink your water and eat. Go back. Yeah, go back.
I know.
It's just people are so hard on themselves.
Give yourself some grace.
Yeah, so that way, when you have an off day at work, that doesn't mean you just, forget it all. You just keep going.
Plug ahead.
Yeah.
Move on.
So don't get discouraged in the off day.
I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because when you're moving and going, you can't get discouraged. Right. You personally.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then sometimes I get like, in the stride, sometimes in late afternoon, and then it's like family time, and I'm like, oh crap, I was just like hitting my stride.
Yes.
Like, it's okay. Cross those things off the list and go back at it tomorrow.
Yeah.
I think that's good. Mm-hmm. All right, I have a really good, this is my final thing.
Okay.
My final quote.
I have one final thing, but I can't read my handwriting on it, so I don't have anything else.
So you're done. Is that what you're telling me?
Yep.
Okay. So we're going to end on this one, and then you can do a toast.
Okay.
Do something today your future self will thank you for.
Oh my gosh. Start looking at planning for a beach house.
Just something today. Anything. It can be small. Drink 3 extra glasses of water. I don't know.
Yeah.
Just do something today that your future self will thank you for.
That you'll be proud of.
Small or big.
That's great.
I think that's good. Okay, who are we going to toast to?
We have an interesting good toast today.
Oh my gosh, really? I don't even think I know.
You do.
Oh, I do. Okay. Oh, that's right, I do. Oh my gosh.
Okay, let me go get her actual name.
That's fine. While you're doing that, I hope that everyone really does come back to this episode more than once and feel happy and motivated and uplifted and not burnt out.
Right. Feel the energy. Good vibes.
Hope so. Yeah. Yeah. Our Coca-Cola vibes.
Okay. So Maria Troca.
Okay.
From Massachusetts.
Love it.
Okay. I thought this was cool. She said there is a Facebook group that she's in of girls who listen to this podcast called Morning Toast Podcast.
Okay.
And they are realtors and agents. And she says it's the most supportive real estate networking group that she's ever been a part of.
That's pretty cool.
No judgment, just genuine advice and community.
Love it.
A few girls in the group introduced Maria to our podcast.
Sweet.
And she wants to toast to her group.
I love that.
I know. So they are called the Toasters Real Estate Network.
I love it. It's like our community toasting their community.
Yes. I just think it's so cool.
It's a toast to the toasters.
Yes.
Oh, that's sweet.
So cheers to them and cheers to Maria. Yes. I just think it's awesome.
Love it. Okay.
Bye, y'all.
Bye, guys.
Thank you so much for tuning in to the Hustle Humbly podcast. Let us know who we should toast to for the next episode.
Be sure to follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Hustle Humbly Podcast. If you have an episode, topic, or question, please email us at hustlehumblypodcast@gmail.com.
Be sure to subscribe to the podcast and leave a review. See you next week.
Bye.
This is the good life.